So hey guys, it's Zion again. And again, I'm not about the gameplay. This is something of an update video about the Let's Play, future Let's Plays, and just general content on my channel. I'm going to Boston tomorrow, as I'm recording this, because I'm going to look at a grad school, Emerson College, and, well, you know, I'm not going to have time or the ability to record and or post any videos. So until Tuesday of next week, you're not going to see anything from me. I'm probably going to be uploading the 8th episode of the Bioshock Infinite Let's Play today, where the audio should be better. But simply know that you won't be seeing anything from me for a few days, and I just wanted to let you know that that's the reason. It's not that I've just given up on the whole thing. I do have a good reason. I'm going to be out of state, away from my computer, away from games, and honestly, it will be a good opportunity for me to just, you know, detox from all the gaming I've been doing and all the YouTube and the internet. I'll still be on the internet, I'll still be on Twitter, I'll still be posting on Top Tier Tactics, but for the most part, videos are going to be non-existent for the next 5 days or so. But when I get back on Tuesday, expect the Bioshock Infinite Let's Play to continue, and we're going to finish that game, most certainly. That out of the way, I want to talk about something that I think is a little more fun than usual. Normally I'm to have a more serious topic that engenders discussion, gets people thinking, but this is something that I've loved about games in general since I started playing them, and it's the fact that your in-game avatar, while you can't see him doing something, your teammates can. The world model is quite different from the first-person model, and so you can do things to make him look silly. And it's a completely selfless act. You have no idea what you look like, supposedly, at least, but your teammates have every idea what your character looks like, and so when you're doing something funny with your avatar, they laugh, and you do it for your own amusement from them as well. And this is something that really comes about in Team Fortress 2 of all things, because in Team Fortress 2 you have the voice commands, you have the funky spy crab and pelvic thrusting sniper quote-unquote glitches. But in any shooter game that has its share of bugs, you can do funny stuff. If you watch KYR Speedy at all, or any of the Battlefield trolling videos or just fun channels like Chaboy HD or DevSane Doom49, you know that they do things with their in-game characters and with the mechanics and sort of the weird funky mechanics of those games that it's funny. And it's not funny so much for them as it is funny for their friends and for their viewers. And one of the things about video games that I think people forget is that they're not a completely selfish thing, especially as a co-op multiplayer. Yes, a Call of Duty player might be completely selfish. He might not go for the objective and domination. He might not try to arm the MCOM. He might not try to push the cart. He might not spy check if he's a pyro and otherwise being useless. But there's still this amusing part of games that I think people tend to forget about. The idea of the sweaty tryhard going absolutely ham all the time forgets that games are fun at their core. Yes, in Call of Duty, in Battlefield, in Team Fortress 2, there is a very hardcore competitive side to things. You can go really hard all the time and be successful and have a lot of fun. But there's also that element of just relaxing while you're playing a video game. For me, if I'm going to be sniping in a Call of Duty or Battlefield setting, I'm not going to do very well, simply because I don't have the skill and the first shot accuracy, and I don't try hard enough to snipe. But while I'm doing it, I can run around crouched, I can prone everywhere, I can hardscope the entire time, I can do 360s and 720s, knife the air, not for my own amusement, because it annoys my teammates and it annoys the enemies. But if my friends know that I'm doing it and they're laughing at me, you know, then that's fine. If I'm going around in Battlefield using really funky setups, simply to see their reactions, that's selfish for me, but it's also selfless for me, because at the same time, you know, they're seeing that I killed them with an absolutely bullcrap setup that no one should be able to get anything with. And hopefully they use it themselves and maybe they have some success with it. And so it's selfish, but it's also, but my friends are also getting something out of it. And that's one of the things that people also forget about games these days, is that some of them are meant to be played with friends. And when you're not playing with your friends, you're just playing alone, then I have no problem with you going sweaty tryhard all the time. There's no reason to do anything for the amusement of your teammates, especially if they're not on voice comms. But when you're talking to your friends in a party, and you know that you're all in there just to have a good time, then there's no reason not to do something silly just to see what their reaction is, and to make them laugh. Because if you're not having some fun with your games, if you're in ground war for 8 hours a day, just trying to get 100 kill gameplays and nuclears and swarms, then you are not playing Call of Duty for the sake that it's meant to be played for. If you are going into Battlefield and just throwing yourself at the MCOM for hours on end, or throwing yourself at conquest points, raging that the enemy team is spawning so close or spawning on you, then honestly you're not playing the game for the right reasons. Now, if you're playing alone, again, I say that it's fine to go try hard all the time because, you kind of have to. But these big kill gameplays, these absolutely, completely objective-minded players who don't do anything but throw themselves at the objective, these spies who do nothing but, go trick stabs and just go for chain stabs and all these silly, silly things, you're not doing it for the right reasons. And especially if you're playing with a team and you know that you're probably going to win, then by all means, I absolutely admonish you to please try being silly. See what your teammates' reaction will be. And even if you are playing alone, go into a match, get on voice comms, and hope that someone else is on them with you, and just do something silly. Do something just for the heck of it. Because at the end of the day, I've said this before, games are fun, and they should be for fun unless they are trying to go for some artistic statement. And Call of Duty and Battlefield, they are certainly not doing anything like that.